Okay, it's 9 p.m. already, Jensen.
Okay, hold on now, 13 people. Okay, hello guys. My name is Jensen. Welcome again. To our do we have a name for this? We don't have like a particular serious
Shoulder
name, but
hurts. Ah, no lah,
yes.
we don't have a name. Just
Okay,
Facebook
okay.
Live.
We just have our I think as we progress on and on, we will definitely have a specific name so that we can release more content and more information for all of you. But as of now, it's our friendly neighborhood conversation with our physiotherapy Jess and myself. Okay, guys. For those of you that are here, thank you so much for taking your time to be here with us to spend learning about today about shoulder pain. And today we have Jess talking about how shoulder pain happens and how do we identify what kind of pain that we have and what
Hmm.
do we do when we have pain. So a bit of introduction for those of you that are new here. My name is Jensen. I'm the head coach and the founder of Constant. I am a fitness coach, and I always bounce ideas with Jess. Jess is from Apple Physio, and she specializes in rehab. So she has also helped me and some of my clients with injuries as well. And whenever that I have any questions about injuries or any questions about human body, I will always, in terms of the muscle and the joints, I always go to Jess. And that's why I'm very, very privileged to be able to have this session with Jess regularly. So
Hmm.
without further ado, today let's start our conversation about shoulder pain. All right, Jess, what do you have
Hmm.
for us today?
Okay, for those of you who is watching, thank you again for watching our Facebook Live. For your information, Jensen and I, we have been doing Facebook Live on a regular basis. So this is our, I think, third or fourth Facebook Live together, right, Jensen? Third or
Third
fourth.
one.
We talk about ankle sprain, we talk about lower back pain, and then
Mm,
now we talk about shoulder. And besides
mm,
this one, I also have Facebook Live talking about like other kinds of problem, knee pain or what. Yeah, so basically is to share information to the audience. And thanks to MCO, actually, I managed to share a lot of information
mm,
using an online platform like Facebook Live, like this, so I can reach out and then spread my information and knowledge
mm,
about physiotherapy, how to look after your joint better without
mm,
going out. So today, oh yes, I'm a physiotherapist. I fix people with joint pain, and I work very closely with fitness coaches like Jensen, other running coaches, cycling coaches, swimming coaches, because these coaches they have a group of students together with them. When they work out, sometimes they accidentally injured themselves. They must
mm,
know how to fix it, where to fix it. Okay.
mm,
Yeah. So today I choose to talk about shoulder pain because during MCO, my office is allowed to open because it's part of an essential industry. And I do get a lot of people coming in with shoulder problems. I used to think, MCO, I think sure nobody come lah because you don't exercise, you just stay home only you won't get injured. But surprisingly, I get a lot of people coming in with shoulder problems. The reason being they cannot exercise outdoor. They do a lot of indoor exercise, which includes lots of shoulder workout, push up, pull out kind of thing, and they injured
mm,
themselves. And
mm,
because they have a lot of free time and they do this kind of exercise a lot and almost every day without
wow.
enough rest, right? So that's why they develop shoulder pain. Okay,
So
so
hardworking,
the yeah, very hardworking, yes, because have more time right now MCO. But I think this week should be okay because people start to go back to work already. Not all, but most of them lah. Mm. Okay,
Mm.
like when we talk about shoulder pain, right? I need to share you some pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I understand that most of us we want to be healthy, we want to exercise, but again, we have to do it with a plan and with a purpose instead of just simply tembak only. That's why, kena this kind of pains.
Kena this kind of pain,
Oh, okay. Wow, who this model from where?
Some for internet lah. Okay, when we talk about shoulder problems, there are two types. So there are people without no pain, but they have limitation. Okay, so that for example, like this guy. So then he told me, hey, I'm able to lift my right shoulder this height, but when I do it on my left side, I think my shoulder cannot go up lah. It's not as high, right? From picture you can see when he lift the weights using his right hand, quite straight. But when he tried to do it using the left hand, it doesn't work that
Yeah,
well. Okay, so
compensating
when
already.
yeah, so for this kind of people, shoulder has no pain, but he has limitation, and then he doesn't know what to do to actually increase the range of motion. Yeah, okay, so it's not like no strength, but he has some limitation, right? So if you have this kind of problem, please comment one, or you know someone with this kind of problem, you can comment one, yeah, so we can know whether this problem is common or not. Okay, so you have no pain in the shoulder, but you have limitation. Okay, now another group of people, another group of people, they will tell me, hey Jess, you know my shoulder very weird lah. When I move my shoulder, certain angle got pain only, and then when I pass through the angle, no pain already. You know, it's so weird. I don't know whether my shoulder got problem or not. So it's only
Mm.
certain angle, right? Jason, have you seen this kind of people before?
Yeah, I
What?
also kena before.
Yeah, you yourself also kena before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have this kind of problem, if you ever experience shoulder problem like this, or your shoulder will clicks at certain angle, comment two. Okay, so and then later we will see who are these people. Yeah, so these are the shoulder problem. Yeah, different involve different parts of the shoulder, different tissue, and then different structures. Okay, yeah. So when we come to talk about shoulder pain, a lot of time the patient when they come for physiotherapy, when you know when they come for decided to come for physio means their pain is quite significant already. It bothers them. So when I ask, okay, tell me more about shoulder, then they'll say, I think I got frozen shoulder, So I'm like,
Mm.
yeah. So how do you know you got frozen shoulder or not? So they also actually not sure. I actually also not sure, but I feel my shoulder a bit stiff or stuck. I think it's frozen shoulder, lah. Yeah, but
Yep.
yeah. So but frozen shoulder and impingements, these are two different things, okay? So you may not have frozen shoulder, you may only have impingement. So these are two completely different shoulder problems that give pain at the same part of the shoulder. Basically, it's at the front and at the side of the shoulder, like, because normally when we meet people with shoulder problem, they will talk about I have pain at the front part, I have pain at the side of the shoulder, and they are a small group of people have pain at the back of the shoulder. Okay, so frozen shoulder and impingement can be very confusing. Okay, so
Mm.
and then again, people feel their shoulder is stiff, they will go YouTube or Google to look for shoulder exercises, and they cannot differentiate what are the exercises for frozen shoulder and what are the exercises for impingements. They just whack everything. Yeah, they whack everything already. Well, sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't work. And worst case scenario, it make the shoulder more painful. Okay, so if you are doing exercise, which is meant for frozen shoulder, but you have an impinged shoulder, it's not going to be effective. Okay,
Mm.
so today, Jason, have you come across people with frozen shoulder, or they tell you they got frozen shoulder?
So I used to train a lot of like badminton players and dodgeball players. So one
Mm.
of the most common injuries that that I also don't know how to differentiate is like what you said. How frozen shoulder, or how do we know whether it's a impingement? But
Mm.
because it's always either it's very similar, but some people don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So today I'm going to tell you how to differentiate frozen shoulder and impingement. Okay, I'm going to show you this test, but it doesn't mean you need to see a doctor or physio after you do the test. Okay, so the test is to allow you to understand your shoulder better. Okay, even if
Mm.
you want to self-medicate, you want to self-exercise, you must first at least understand what do you have roughly. Okay, and then when you
Mm.
see a physio or doctor, you can give them more information. Okay,
Mm.
so disclaimer, not to tell you no need to see doctor, okay? Yeah, if the pain is very bad and then it doesn't recover
Yeah.
after a few weeks of self-medication, self-exercise, please see a professional, because
Mm.
sometimes impingement can become a frozen shoulder as well if you are not managing the pain well, okay? So now let's come back to the screen again, yeah?
One of the most common things that I hear people to do, this kind of shoulder, frozen shoulder, the term now frozen shoulder, are mainly from working adults or mummies,
Uh-huh. I
working
see.
people.
Okay. So the first step that you can do to differentiate whether you have frozen shoulder or not. Okay, you must first lie down on the floor, on the mat, or on your bed. Okay, so bend your knees. So, for example, if you have left shoulder pain or left shoulder stiffness, right, use your right hand, hold your left hand, and then try to reach overhead towards the bed. Okay,
Mm.
so that means your left hand is completely relaxed. Don't exert any strength. Use your right hand, do the job. Lift up passively. Okay, left hand, relax completely. Use your right hand to lift. Okay, so if you have a frozen shoulder, you will notice you can't lift your shoulder. Okay, the shoulder got
Wow.
stuck. Okay, yeah, but if you have an impinged shoulder, when you lift up your shoulder is able to be lift fully. Okay,
Mm.
so that is how we differentiate whether you have frozen shoulder or not. Okay, so when you have frozen shoulder means the shoulder got stuck already, they cannot move, they cannot be moved as well, they cannot move themselves and they cannot be moved, they are stiff regardless of how much help you give them. So that's why we call frozen shoulder. But when you have an impinged shoulder, okay, you might be able to move with help. Okay, because you're not stuck, you are just not smooth only. Yeah, so this is one of the simple tests that you can do at home. For those of you, if you have shoulder stiffness or pain, and if you're not sure whether you have frozen shoulder or not, try to do this test. Okay, likewise, if you have problems on your right hand side, use your left side to do the lifting. Okay, so if you can lift
Mm.
fully means it's not frozen yet. If you cannot lift means it's maybe a bit frozen already. Okay.
Maybe you watch too much of Frozen, the cartoon,
Ah, okay. So this is a very simple test lah, huh? Okay. And
Frozen shoulder.
then, yes. So this is a test to differentiate whether you have frozen shoulder or impingement. Okay. So these are two different things. Yeah.
Mm.
So now, what if you have no pain, but you have some limitation at specific angle, like
Mm.
this guy? Okay. He only has limitation at the end range of flexion. Okay. So what do you do? Okay. So very simple. Okay, so you go to lie down on the side, yeah. Okay, like for example, I'm in the picture. I'm having some problem on my right shoulder. I want to test my right shoulder. Okay, so I go to lie on my right hand side. Okay, open up my shoulder about 90 degree away from my body, and I use my left hand to turn my right hand down towards the exercise mat, or towards the floor. Okay,
Ah.
and then you see how you feel. Okay, so I actually have a video of this one. Yeah, but I don't want to show the video using Facebook Live because the quality is not as good. So if you would like to get the video of how to do this test, please comment YouTube YOUTUBE. I will send you the link so you can watch the full video. Okay, so basically this is how it looks like in the video. Okay, sleep on your right hand side. And then, of course, you got to do it on your left hand side as well, so that you know how far are you from normal. Okay, because we cannot compare your shoulder and my shoulder. You have to compare your own shoulder between right shoulder and your left shoulder. So I think this is a very good, simple DIY test that you can do at home. Okay.
This is
Yeah.
to test for what again, I guess?
Um, Scientific term to test posterior capsule of the shoulder is to
Mm.
rule out the flexibility issue of the shoulder, because a lot of people they have very good range of motion, they can move very well, but only stuck at
Mm.
certain angle. They try to do a lot of stretching, but it doesn't help. and most of the time you have to do this stretching. Okay, so this is a test, and you can also use this as your exercise if you have problems. Okay,
Mm.
but if you're not sure, please see a physiotherapist, yeah, or orthopedic doctor. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so this is how we differentiate shoulder problem, whether you have frozen shoulder or if you have
Mm.
impingement. Yeah, so
Mm.
comment YouTube if you would like to have the video link. Yeah,
Mm.
okay. So let's see whether we have any question from the floor. Yeah, so if you have any question about shoulder pain, feel free to leave it in the comment section. Okay, I will answer your
Mm.
question. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
earlier on, we talk about frozen shoulder and also impingement. Like I also share from my experience. I remember there was one time where I was doing a lot of pull ups. Particularly this grade,
Mm,
okay, of doing pull ups. And I also know some clients that have been doing a lot of pull ups as well.
mm,
And they told me that one fine day, the side of their shoulder,
mm,
it was
mm,
painful. So when they lift at certain angles, so it was hurting. So that one, I think it could be an impingement problem, but there are some, people that I know, my clients, they come and see me, hey, Jensen, well, my whole shoulder like stuck already. Um, so is there, besides these two tests, right, is there any other way that how we can also differentiate between shoulder impingement and also shoulder a frozen shoulder?
Okay, these are the
Mm,
two simplest and obvious tests that you can do
mm,
for your client. Yeah. If you still
mm,
cannot differentiate, then I will have to see them in order to do a more detailed assessment for them because there are
mm,
many other
mm,
special tests for the shoulder. So I only want to give you those very simple and safe tests that you can do at home because there are some of the tests where if you do it yourself, if you don't do it correctly, you will actually make your shoulder pain worse. Yeah. Okay. So
okay.
so next time when
Mm,
you see your client, first you must ask them to show some shoulder movement first. See at least see whether they can touch the back of their neck, see whether they can touch the
mm,
back of their head, the head pula, their back to scratch their
mm,
back. Okay. And
mm,
then if they have no problem with all this movement, then it's unlikely frozen shoulder. Okay.
mm,
Yeah. If they
okay.
can still move full range of motion or show all angle can do then no problem. Okay. And then maybe you can also ask them about how they get the pain in the first place. Okay.
Okay.
So frozen shoulder usually happen gradually, bit by
Okay.
bit. Yeah. They will feel like not sure lah. The pain just build up over time. Okay. This is how
Mm.
usually frozen shoulder happen. Okay.
Okay.
And impingement sometimes it will happen after some specific activity. For
Mm.
example, over like you do something overhead. Yeah, I usually see a lot of shoulder pain people. They come to me and then they say, "Well, after I go travel, then after the flight, I feel my shoulder pain." Yeah, because when they try
Okay.
to
Okay.
put their luggage on the overhead compartment, right, it hurts. Or they try to help other people to actually take the luggage, that also hurts their shoulder. Okay.
Mm.
Or after travel because or they want to pull the luggage or whatever that's very heavy, right, that will also hurt their
Mm.
shoulder and cause some inflammation. Okay. Yeah.
Another common thing that I know that one of my clients he was driving and he was reaching behind to grab his laptop bag
Ah.
like this,
Mm,
and then when he pulled up after that, oh, I feel like sudden pain, or after that I feel the strain.
mm.
So
Okay,
how
this is very
what's
common.
the issue with that?
Okay, this is very common. Okay, he is having some tendonitis on the shoulder. Okay, because when you're doing this kind of outstretched movement, right, your
Mm.
shoulder is in a very bad mechanical advantage to do things. And then you have a very long lever. Long lever means your shoulder, your elbow is fully extended. So
Mm.
when you are lifting something very far away from your body, it will be heavier and take more effort, especially
Mm.
from a very from the like this kind of angle, right? It will actually cause
Mm.
more strain to the shoulder lah. So how's your client now? Shoulder okay
Um,
again?
he is Malaysia dodgeball player. He's like one of my bees.
Uh-huh.
but he can bench press like 100 kg, but he kena that, I'm like, oh my goodness, how you can kena such a simple injury just by
Maybe he
going
has
into
been
the
doing it habit for sometimes already. Just one
yeah.
fine day the pain got triggered lah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So it's
guys, right?
actually a bad habit. It's a very bad
Mm.
habit for shoulder.
So for some of you, you guys have any questions in terms of shoulder, or any questions in terms of upper body issues, particularly shoulder, do comment down below. Of
Mm.
course, I'll be sharing a bit more examples based on what I've seen, and we have just to be able to answer all the questions based on different scenarios. So we have given three different scenarios so far. But we would like to hear from all of you, like what was your experience with shoulder pain, and comment down
Mm.
below so that we can answer them.
Yeah, just now
Um,
Frankie commented one because when I was doing the presentation, I say if you have this shoulder limitation problem, comment one. So, Frankie, can you tell us more about your shoulder limitation since you commented one? Yeah,
mm,
yeah. So while waiting for Frankie, I see there are quite a number of people comment YouTube. Yeah, that means you want to get the video on how to assess your shoulder by looking at the video. So for those of you, if you after you watch the video, right, even before you watch the video, you can always come to my office for assessment. Yeah, I'm giving out a free assessment for the shoulder. So if you would like to have the assessment, please comment pain, PAIN. Yeah, and then we will contact you and then to make appointment for shoulder assessment. Okay, my office is located at Petaling Jaya, nearby Taman Jaya LRT, PJNW there. Yeah. So if you're
yeah,
interested
guys.
to get a free shoulder assessment, comment pain, PAIN.
Mm.
Okay.
Any questions, guys? And let's see. So far, I know that the Scary, Wong Teck Siong Band by L. Hugh Coral, Po
Mm-hmm.
Meng Ang. Oh, okay.
Boming, Boming, I've seen him watching some of my Facebook live before. Wow, thank you for supporting Boming.
Pain.
Pain, yeah.
Gary also
Comment
got pain.
pain.
What happened to Gary?
No pain also can access one, don't worry. Prevention,
Okay.
ma. Yes, if you have no pain, if you just want to understand your shoulder better, you can also put pain. Yeah. So basically, you just need to come and then we have to do some tests for the shoulder. It's not going to hurt. It's just to help you to understand your shoulder better, and then we will advise you on how to do the exercise if we found out you have some shoulder limitation or shoulder weakness issue.
Mm.
Okay.
Or if you guys have any question in terms of any kind of pain, you can also ask us. Since now we do have time. Today's topic is rather short because it's quite straightforward. But at the same time, just also want to make sure that we keep things simple and not
Mm,
overdo things with all the tests. If you go on the
mm,
internet, one of the things that I heard from my clients is that they try to self treat at home and they just try Google, YouTube all these tests and they try themselves and like per what you mentioned, they get hurt, they hurt in the process.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, while waiting for question from the audience, I actually have a question that people usually ask me. Well, my front part of my shoulder pain during push up lah. Okay, push up is a very common exercise that people will do. Okay, but
Mm.
push up, if you don't do it correctly, it will hurt your shoulder. Yeah. So
Mm.
basically, when okay, Jason, can you share with us what are the common posture problems that you see when people do push up?
Okay, let's talk about the angle of the elbow to the shoulder. So I always like to make sure that when you do a push up, right, you are not like a T position, you're like a A shape. So your elbows is 45 degrees. So in that way, right, number one, you reduce the impingement on the side of the shoulder and you utilize a bit more on the chest and the triceps. So
Mm,
one of the main common things that I see there are errors in the push-up is number one, the arch, the lower back is arched
mm,
a lot. Number two, the arm, the angle of the arm, it's like a T. It's supposed to be like an A.
mm-hmm.
And number three that I usually see is the head. The head will always tilt forward, like
Yeah.
like the like the
Mm.
Egyptian zombie, Yeah. So these are my main three issues now.
Right, right. So, for people who complains about front part of shoulder hurts when they do push up, a lot of time is due to the posture. They were too forward when they do the push up, or maybe they're too weak. At the end of the many push up, then their form start to become not good because it's fatigue already. And then when your shoulder is rounded, right, you will have a lot of compression at the front part of the shoulder, and it's going to cause more pain. Okay, so to prevent this
Mm.
one, the first thing you have to do is load management. That means instead of doing 100 times, you can do a bit lesser. Yeah, maybe discount 30% a bit lah. Huh? So because if you're not used to do so many reps of shoulder push up, right? If you do too many, you get fatigue and then you injure yourself.
I
Right?
think, like doing so MCO, I always see so many challenges, squat challenges, plank challenges, push-up
Mm,
challenges. So one of the main thing, like what Jesse mentioned, is if your shoulder is really in a forward position, like just to show you what a forward position means, okay? So let's say this is my normal, okay, and then I'm really like this, and then I still keep doing a lot of push-up. So imagine
mm,
how much load it will cause to your shoulder, and that's why people get shoulder pain.
yeah,
Um, yeah, so that's why you have
yeah.
to always make sure that you know what you're supposed to do, in terms of don't overdo it lah. And one thing I also know, right, what will cause the front part to hurt is
Mm.
start to do a bit more adventurous stuff, clap push up lah, all the more fancy push up.
Okay. Yeah. So one of the experiments that you can do, because our posture is very important for the movement of the shoulder. So you try to slouch yourself and then slouch and try to lift your shoulder up. Yeah. You slouch and then you try to lift up. It's hard. So
Slouch up.
compared
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
upright, then you lift up. You will feel it's easier to lift. Okay. So this is how our posture can affect shoulder function and movement. Okay. So Gary asked about sit in office
There's a
for a
couple
long
questions
period.
here.
What stretching is suggested for shoulder? Okay. Unfortunately, due to
Mm.
our lifestyle nowadays, we a lot of desk job. So we have to sit in front of computer. Yeah. One of the things that you have to do is every 1 or 2 hours, change your position, change your posture. Okay, and then some simple exercise, stretching exercise that can help for people with desk job. You got to focus stretching this part of the neck, this part
That,
of the shoulder. Yeah, so these are the area. So exercise number one you can do is the side stretch. Yeah, just tilt your head to one side. Mm. Okay, if you want to stretch your this side, then you turn away. Yeah, these are some of the things that you can do. Yeah, then do the other side.
mm,
And then second thing is, because when we use computer for long hours, we will tend to, over time we will tend to slouch forward. So what you have to do, you have to lift and pull your shoulder blade backward.
mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lift.
that,
Yeah,
that,
lift and
that is
pull back.
that is like a skill, Jess. Like,
Do
one
this.
thing, like, yeah, yeah, and some people, they just cannot do it. I was just so
Yes, this is
amazed by
correct.
this. Like,
Yes,
just
yeah.
squeeze your shoulder blade. Oh, I cannot squeeze. I
I know
cannot
because
squeeze.
they are so used to this already, they forgot how to do it. Yeah. So it's very common. I see people like this. So
Mm.
you're going to lift and then pull back. Okay, lift and pull back. Yeah. So every 1 or 2 hours, just do this exercise. Like, no need to lie down on the mat. It's very difficult. So just do the neck stretches to the side and lift. Yeah. So there are
I
many other exercises you can do. But
I
these are
want
the
to
two
ask you,
simple ones.
talking about stretches that you can do in the office, right? I think, for both of us, we always want to keep ourselves updated to what is effective, what's efficient. And right now, one of the most common stretches or exercises that I see a lot of office people do is they will do this. They will turn their head, and then they go up, down, they turn their head, So is that correct? Because from my understanding, your our our neck is supposed to be stable. And when you go and
Mm,
rotate everywhere, they go and do like that. From what I know, it is not so beneficial, and it may hurt people.
mm,
Would you
mm.
recommend that?
Well, movement is okay, But if you do it too rough and too fast, it's not good. Yeah, because once in a while, if you want to rotate your neck, because when you rotate your neck, you change the position of the neck, which is good to relieve pressure, but it is not
Ah.
specific to do stretching. Because you don't stretch much thing when you do the rotation like this. So
Mm.
yeah, but if you have like specific tightness at the side, then you got to do specific stretches. So yeah, if you just want to move your neck, it's okay as long as you don't do it very fast. Yeah, otherwise you'll
Crack,
pull your
crack.
neck. Mm,
The crack,
okay.
crack.
The crack, do it gently lah. Don't do too fast, because it does feel good. Okay.
Yeah. Crack, crack. Okay, next
So
one.
shoulder joint
So,
pain at night. Okay, when we talk about joint pain at night, right? There are two possibilities. So, number one is a scary reason. If you have shoulder pain at night, together with weight loss, uh, if you cannot at rest at night, then we got to rule out whether you got any tumor or growth in the shoulder or not. This is
wow,
uncommon.
wow, wow, wow.
Okay, not
This is scary.
common. Not common. Of course, doesn't mean you have pain at shoulder at night means you got tumor already. So if you have pain at night, and then no matter what movement you do, it hurts all the time. There's nothing that can relieve the pain, and then you have weight loss of appetite. Then you need to rule out all these cancer and tumor thingy. Okay, that is very rare, but it doesn't mean it will not happen. Okay, second reason is when people with frozen shoulder and acute inflammation of the shoulder, joint pain at night is very common, especially when they have aircon, cold wind blow directly at the shoulder. They will feel very uncomfortable. Yeah, one is inflammation, one is another scary cause lah. The chances of getting cancer. Okay, but of course you must have many other symptoms before we can tell whether it's cancerous or not. How to relieve the pain? Okay, when you have pain at night, with this information alone, I can't tell you how to relieve the pain. Okay, I have to see you in person so I can have better understanding about what are the movement that hurts. We have to do some tests to check whether it's a real inflammation or not. Yeah, but well, there are few tips that I can give to you. Yeah, because when you have shoulder pain at night, it's very hard to sleep. Okay, so a lot of time when you sleep on the painful side, it hurts more. Okay, and then you have to sleep with your shoulders supported. Put a pillow underneath, or you hug a pillow. Make sure your shoulder
Mm,
is completely relaxed when you sleep. Then it helps. But of course, if your pain is affecting your sleep, you must seek professional help already. Okay.
mm.
Mm,
Any more questions, guys? So Jess has answered quite a lot, quite in depth,
mm,
and Jess is
mm.
also giving out a free assessment for those of you that are watching to go and see her at her center at PJ Palm Sports Center in PJ. So if you'd like to see Jess, you want to get an assessment about your shoulder or also just to assess any kind of pain you have, just comment down pain below, and you get to see Jess.
So I will recommend, if you're in Klang Valley nearby PJ, I will recommend you to come and drop by my office so I can have better idea about what's going on in your shoulder. Yeah, you
Mm.
will definitely have problem sleeping. Yeah, with this pain at night.
I also see Mrs. Tan there. Mrs. Tan is seeing you tomorrow, right? Mrs. Tan just came in. BM Xia, Mo Xiang, Bo Mo Xiang. Hello,
Ah,
Mrs. Tan.
okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay,
Hmm.
guys. Any other question that you guys have?
Hmm.
Anything about shoulder pain? One thing I want to ask you also, Jess, what are some people also come to me, right? They will the one of the main hot word right now is called inflammation. Oh, is it because my knee, my shoulder, my back got swelling? Should I do ice pack straight away? Should I uh you know uh I don't know what's it called again? Should I? They will say they will pull off some myth lah, some Chinese myth lah.
Ah.
I don't know. But most of the common thing they'll say that you got inflammation then you're very yit hey then you need to then they'll start asking you to do a bit more traditional stuff.
Okay, so when you have pain in any parts of your body, right? You can put ice pack, okay, but if the pain happen very frequently, it comes like regularly after specific movement or specific activity, using ice pack is just good to relieve the symptoms only. Yeah, we have to find out what is actually causing the pain to come every time. Yeah, that is more important. Okay, so whether put ice pack or put hot pack or not, before you decide you want to put hot pack or ice pack, please use your hand to palpate and touch the area of pain first. Okay, if you feel the
Mm.
area is warm, please don't put heat pack. Okay,
Okay.
if it's warm, don't make it warmer. Okay, if the temperature feels quite normal, how to know whether it's normal or not? Put on the other side of the body lor. For example, if your left knee feels uncomfortable, then you put your hand on left knee and then the other hand on right knee. Okay, see whether temperature is the same or not. Yeah, if there is no
Mm.
warm, then you can put hot pack lah. If it's warm, then you put ice pack. Okay.
So guys, like, no, don't just simply whack the ice pack or the warm pack if you can feel that it is very common. Like, just like how when anyone got pain, they will either reach for the Panadol or they will either reach for the what's it called again? The heat deep pack heat pack what's it called again? The heat cream
Yeah lah, the cream lah. Many types of cream available lah.
Uh, so again, like if you guys have been here with us for the past two different chat, you always talk about knowing to understand what is the root issue first and making sure that you
Mm,
get proper assessment so that we know after the assessment just will give you what is what is right based on the issue. If you are just eyeballing and just YouTubing and just randomly throwing every single bullet into every single joint, and that's where, like what Jess said, a lot of issues will start to arise.
mm,
So Jess, you mentioned about if someone has an issue with pain, right? You did recommend a timeline to do it like self treatment, right? So what's the
yeah.
recommended time to self treatment, and after that,
It, yeah.
yeah, how many days?
If you want anything to work, like self medication or whatever, right? At least about, if it doesn't work for in 2 weeks time, that means it's not going unlikely it's going to work lah. Yeah, you should
Mm,
see some improvement, but if you don't see any improvement after 2 weeks of self exercise, self treatment, that means it's not working. Yeah, but you must see
mm,
someone. Okay. Frankie talked
mm.
about shoulder pain when he's sleeping. You have
I
to
can
check
I
your
can I
sleeping
can
posture.
I can
Huh?
relate to that, you know. I can relate to Frankie because I like to lean a lot on my right side when I sleep. So Frankie, maybe
Uh,
you can let us know whether you lean more to left and right. And after I wake up, and I sleep, I say, oh, my shoulder damn stiff lah. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I
okay.
feel pain here.
Huh. So how high is your pillow, Jason? Is the
My
pillow very
pillow.
low?
Uh, it's a good question. I don't know
Yeah.
yet, but
Usually,
I
yeah, if your pillow is too low, right, you will tend to have stiff shoulder, because I like to sit on my side and I never have shoulder stiffness. Yeah. If the
ah
pillow height is good, when you lie down, right? When you lie how to demonstrate? When you lie down, when you this screen is a bit weird. So when you lie down, just make sure your neck is not tilted. Yeah. If you sit on your right
ah
hand side, right? Hey, this is my right hand side. Okay. Oh no.
okay.
If you sleep on your side, make sure your neck is not like that. Yeah, because sometimes we have white
Oh,
shoulder, right? Yeah, white
yeah, yeah,
shoulder.
yeah.
When you put a pillow, then you're like that. So a lot of compression. So try to make the shoulder a bit higher, or you put maybe towel, make it a bit higher, so it less pressure on the shoulder. Okay. So for people with
Okay,
pain
wow.
when shoulder pain when you're sleeping, check your sleeping posture, check your pillow height. And then make
So
sure,
guys,
you can use pillow or hug bolster or whatever to support your shoulder when you're sleeping. Yeah.
this is a very good tip. So Frankie, check
Mm.
your pillow and make sure that your head doesn't, like collapse in there, right?
Compress. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Try and
If
keep it. It
if it
has to be.
doesn't
It has to
work,
be straight like this, or how?
it,
Or it has to like that, or
not
what's the angle?
excessively crunch like that lah. You try to make it slightly higher and comfortable for you. It has to be comfortable lah. Especially
Mm,
when you have wide shoulder, especially men lah. Okay. So Frankie, if it doesn't work, then you have to see me lah in my office. Okay.
mm.
Yeah. Oh, we already come to about 48 minutes of live. Yeah.
Okay,
I
guys.
think
Any more?
almost end already. Yeah.
mm,
Any
Any
last
more
call question?
questions? And anything we will be not we're not gonna have another Facebook Live maybe for a week or so.
Mm,
So do let us know what topic that you want us to talk about, and I think this time, we may also plan something a bit more interesting.
mm,
Depending on what me and Jess will have. Yeah, but if you have a specific topic about what you want to talk about, maybe more specific about knee pain, or very specific about back pain or any kind of injuries that you want to talk about. So just a comment down below so that we can plan. And again,
mm,
Jess is giving out a free assessment for all of you. Or if you
mm,
know someone that will benefit from seeing Jess, you can also pass this offer Jess is giving to your friend or your friends and family so that you can see
mm,
Jess. And at the same time, what I'm also doing our my 3 days online program, and I usually, make sure that number one, as you exercise, you always talk about making sure that your foundation is good. We always talk about doing things correctly, and we always talk about emphasizing on correct posture and correct technique.
mm.
So if you want to join me and my team to also exercise online, whereby I'll also be here to see you. You can also comment down below, comment down exercise, and I will send you the link. So if you want to get the assessment with Jess, just comment down pain. Or if you want the access to my 3 days program, just comment down exercise. Okay?
Right.
And Frankie sent a rose. That's a funny.
Rose.
Okay, guys, any questions or anything else you want to ask us?
Before we chow.
Yes. But right now, a lot of people that you are seeing mainly, what kind of injuries do they have?
During MCO, back pain, neck pain, back pain because they have to work from home and their
Mm.
house table and chair is not ergonomic ma. They don't have a proper office chair, office table at home, so their back hurts lah. And a lot of time they complain like, "Hey, working from home ended up like working longer hours and always working." Yeah, so they feel quite stressed up lah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
They feel like working longer hours.
Oh,
Mm.
wow. Okay. Okay, guys. Any other questions? Do comment down below. Pain to get the assessment with Jess, and do
Mm.
comment down exercise to get 3 days to access to 3 days. If nothing else, me and Jess will sign off. And Crystalo just came. Crystal, I'm gonna end already.
Never mind lah,
Crystal,
Crystal can watch replay mah. For those of you, if
true,
you're
true, true.
watching replay, you're also entitled for the assessment and the video link. You just need to comment YouTube for the video link to assess your shoulder and comment pain to get free assessment. Mm.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. If there's nothing else, I think we call it good night, and we will keep you guys posted on when our next chat will be. And don't worry, I will make sure that we put in the right day this time. I put a typo there, Monday.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
But that's all, lah. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's all. Okay, I will
Mm-hmm.
see you guys. Thank you, Jess. Oh, Crystal, I'm so sorry, but don't
Crystal,
worry, you
you
can
watch
watch the
replay.
replay.
Mm.
You can watch the
Okay.
replay. All right. Good night, guys. We gotta go. Me and Jess
Mm.
gotta go also. Next
Okay.
time, Brianna. Okay, Crystal. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you for watching.